Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Dave's Faves. And today we're talking about Carmina Burana. Yeah, oh boy, or should I say, oh fortuna. Now, normally everyone's favorite Carmina Burana is likely to be the Joachim on Deutsche Grammophon, and I adore that performance. It is fabulous. It is a reference. It is totally, amazingly wonderful. However, it's not the one that I reach for when I want to hear Carmina Burana. Normally, the one I want to hear is Blomstedt, with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra and Chorus, and soloists. Let's see, who are they? Lynn Dawson, John Danietsky, and Kevin McMillan. Absolutely fantastic. Every bit as good as the Joachim, a little bit better sonically, I must say. And I just think it has a warmth and fuzziness that we all want to hear in our Carmina Buranas, along with that rhythm, the excitement, the drive, all of that stuff. But you also hear the tunes like Joachim. It's very similar to Joachim in many ways. It has a naturalness and flow, which is just extraordinary. Both of them do. And so choice is very much a question of, swings and roundabouts. I have them next to each other in the shelf. So on any given day, I may reach for this one and get the other one, and I'll be perfectly happy. Now, there are Carmina Buranas for every possible taste, every conceivable way of doing it. You've got the really fast ones like Michael Tilson Thomas, which was the first one I heard actually on a recording. I'd sung it before that, but in high school choir. But then I went and bought the record, and that one had just come out, and I grabbed it with Cleveland. It's fabulous. It's fast and dynamic and wonderful. And then there are these slower ones like Raphael Frubeck de Burgos, which is equally glorious in its way. And then there are the sort of incredibly energetic, raw, kind of primal ones like the Ozawa Boston one with the New England Conservatory Chorus sounding so youthful and lusty and just wonderful. Then there are like the sonic blockbuster ones like the Telarc one with, who was it, Donald Runnels in the Atlanta Symphony. I mean, you just can't go wrong. Then there are the ones with quirky little textural things like the Muti, which I adore, by the way, with the Philharmonia. But it's going, sor salutis et intrutis, and instead of da 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 thump da 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 thump, that's the way it goes. No, he adds a sort of timpani thing. So it's sor salutis bump thump da dun 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 bump thump. I mean, if you like bump thump, then you're really going to like the Muti Carmina Burana. It's really, really, really good. And then, of course, there's Franz Welser Most, who, people like to make fun of, but he did a really good Carmina Burana, and he did the other two, Catulle Carmina and Il Triunfo di Aphrodite as well. So you can get the whole trilogy. And of course, there's Herbert Kegel, who has the most amazing chorus of any of them. It's probably the best sung of the lot, but the orchestral contribution is just a touch lightweight, but it's still glorious. And he also did all three of them. So you can get the whole trilogy. I mean, there you could just Carmina Burana your way into Nirvana. That works, doesn't it? Carmina Burana into Nirvana. Yes, that you can do. But for me, as I said, it doesn't ever set a foot wrong. There are no dead spots. It's perfectly enthusiastic. The San Francisco Symphony Chorus is one of the great ones. It always was. It's a really, really, really fine chorus. And it's wonderfully recorded. So, and it just, I don't know. It just sounds less Nazi than some of them. I mean, what can I tell you? I don't know what less Nazi actually sounds like, but this is one of them. It has a freshness and innocence and healthy feeling about it. It's not in any way decadent or creaky or rhythmically monotonous or mechanical. It doesn't have any of those negative qualities about it. It's all just fresh and joyous and fun to listen to. And so, my friends, when I reach for my bucket of Orff, I usually go for the Blomstedt. Get the reflection there. The Blomstedt Carmina Burana on Decca. It is truly fabulous. But if you can't find it, or if you have it, or if you want different ones, Any of the ones I mentioned will do you. They're all really, really, really good. I mean, it's one of those works. It's hard to kill, though some have managed. That is true. Anyway, keep on listening, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, Fortuna. Go for it.